didn't have to hold him so tight.
I didn't.
You've got competition.
Quivering with fear, Frankie.
Will you marry me, Alex?
Look, I've just got some stuff that I need to work through, and then I'm coming home.
For the pupils, by the pupils, of the pupils.
Suicide, not Malcolm.
We are just going to have to accept the fact that Jane is probably never coming back.
There's something in the graveyard, I know it.
Graveyard? The answer's in the graveyard.
The night she disappeared, I had a blackout. I think that I killed her. Malcolm's dead, I know it. Suicide, not Malcolm.
You know how weird he's been acting recently? He's going to freak at the idea of burying Malcolm. What are we going to do?
He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
About what?
Malcolm's funeral tomorrow. If you need to talk, well, you know the rest.
No, it'd be good to say goodbye to him properly. Get things back to normal.
Good. Normal, see?
Sorry, mate, I left my mind indoors. Can't believe Mum and Alex are tying the knot. Sorry, mate, sun was in my eyes. Dennis! No, I meant to do that. I went in. Go!
Nice to see a pro still excited by kickabout. The scout.
Yeah, having a bit of an off day, you know.
Is he the Sam Armstrong? Ex-Greenwich Hamlet?
Oh, yeah.
English, left-sided, with pass, dribble, run. Any idea why he packed it all in?
Sam, he's a scout. Just telling me how good you are. I already knew.
Hard to see, though, is it? Arsenal are putting on a local recruitment drive, by invitation only, of course. If it's okay by you, I might take the liberty of mentioning your name.
Yeah, you can do what you want. I'm not interested in football anymore.
As some of you may already know, we have had to wish an unfortunate farewell to Mr. Goodham, the deputy. An incident occurred, and he has now departed to care for his sick daughter in Cornwall.
Why is it always the nice people who get problems?
Consequently, his job is now vacant, and candidates have been asked to form an orderly queue outside my office. As a completely unrelated matter, many of the kitchen staff have also had to leave very suddenly. Now, over to Miss Culgrin with some other news.
Thank you, Headmaster. Now, the news you've all been waiting for. The first opinion polls in the forthcoming school election show Frankie Radcliffe leading Kate Ellis by a reasonable margin. So well done, Frankie. I look forward to sharing your sense of victory in my personal pursuit for the position of Deputy Head.
You haven't been entirely honest with me, have you, Josh?
Natalie gave them to me.
And what do they do?
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing bad.
Oh, well, if it's nothing, then you don't need to take them, do you? Pumping yourself full of pills doesn't solve anything.
No. No, Steph, it's better if I take them. It's safer. She didn't give them to me for nothing, did she?
Whatever you think best.
Frankie, in the lead. What's wrong with this place? I was winning last week.
What can you say? Wholesome's the new radical. The voters are fickle beast.
Just like your mum and dad then, eh, Ryan? By the way, how is life in a broken home? Must be nice to be man of the house for a change.
You just don't learn, do you? The electorate don't go for attitude like that. They like nice.
Yeah, right. Nobody gets anywhere by being nice.
Jane. She was nice last year when she won.
Jane, nice. Anyway, that's all in the past. Just like Frankie's chances of victory would be when I finished with her.
I'll consider your application amongst the others with great interest. I'd like to offer you just one piece of advice in your efforts, however. I want you to toughen up. No offence meant. You're a lovely person. Too lovely for the deputy head job, if anything. I want you to prove you've got a harder edge.
We can do that, can't we?
Sure. In the meantime, I must ask you to surrender your office to the external adjudicator, arriving today. You share Miss Culgrin's in the interim.
Fine. That's fine.
Too nice, Mrs. Brigg. If you'd argued, I'd have made other arrangements.
Love thy neighbour is an age-old adage, but one which is just as relevant in today's internet society.
So you'd let me live in your house then, would you? It's a simple question.
It's not a very nice question. Well,
I'm sure you wouldn't go back on your political promises, would you?
no. Fine. You'd be very welcome because, as I was saying, love thy neighbour is very important.
Great, I'll bring my stuff round later then.
Well, I have cleared this space for you to work upon. Oh. I do hope that's all right.
Did Mr. Truelove tell you to be nice? Because I'd really rather you didn't pretend.
Mr. Truelove said nothing of the sort, only that you would be sharing my space. Oh, I do most sincerely apologise if that was the impression I gave Fiona. You must have misinterpreted my enthusiasm for dissembling. The truth is, I receive so few visitors here that, well, I value the company, especially as it is yours.
She doesn't lie very well, does she? She'll do anything to get this job.
Hello, girls. Round one begins, I see. Emma, I'll be sizing the two of you up for the next few days.
Enchanted, Emma. Rachel Culgrin, it is a pleasure. May I introduce my valued colleague, Mrs. Fiona Brake?
Nice to meet you. Mr. Truelove's told me about the weaknesses I should be looking out for. But I must say, your strengths are already quite apparent.
The graveyard. The answer's in the graveyard.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Josh?
Malcolm's dead.
The earth?
And whoever killed him, they must have killed Jane too. I'm looking for Jane.
You think she's dead? She said the answer will be there. I never mentioned a she.
So it's a he.
Josh? Where are you going? Josh!
Finish your service, Steph.
Hello. Oh no, I'm afraid he's out. Yeah, I'm his best friend. Arsenal Football Club. If I'd had half the opportunity Sam had, I'd be a brain surgeon or something by now. Arsenal.
Well, maybe it's just not his destiny. Unlike you, only being named after Dennis Bergkamp and all.
Really? Dennis Bergkamp? Yeah, but my best mate gets the talent and the opportunities I was named for. Typical me.
Oh, don't be so silly, darling. You're just as talented as he is. It's just different, that's all.
Well, like what? Like I should be on the wheel or something?
Or left back. On the bench.
It's like I was right. She was right.
Josh, you have to calm down. Breathe.
She said the answer would be in the graveyard, that's what she said. Malcolm's the answer. But he wasn't in the graveyard when I checked before, but he is now. it's all true.
He's hyperventilating. No wonder you can't think straight, Josh.
The pills are doing this to you, aren't they, Josh?
For heaven's sake, what do you know about his medication? They're the only thing that are keeping him sane right now. Isn't that right, Josh?
I'm sorry. The pills do work, Steph.
Well, you scared us, that's all.
I'm fine. I need the coroner's name. The man that examined Malcolm.
Hi, Kate. Will. Frankie cool? Always nice to have friends around for a couple of days.
You think this is funny, don't you?
This is very nice of you, Mr. Radcliffe. Will. My family's gone away for a couple of days, and it's nice to be part of a family unit. Almost feels complete. No Mrs. Will?
Joe left a long time ago.
An eligible bachelor like you? Don't you get lonely?
These are awfully personal things, Kate. We've got each other, Penny.
Yeah, she's right. That's enough. Don't lose any sleep over it.
You know, Frankie's got a lot of love behind her. That's why she's so nice. That's why she's winning. You won't beat her with hate, Kate.
I see here you have a family. You are aware how time-consuming this position is, that it might involve sacrifices. Are you willing to take such a change in direction? Honestly.
Honestly, I'd welcome the change. My son is reasonably independent now, and, well, my husband
bores you. I can see it.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I don't think you would, because you're too nice. Look, I used to know men like your husband. Believe it or not, I used to be a bit like you. Nice, wanting to please people. But then I learned how to please myself, to find things that pleased me as an independent woman, whether it be a job or anything else. I want you to use the next couple of days to prove to me that you can be more than that pretty face. Strong, tough, bad if you have to be. I don't believe in the book, by the way, so don't bother playing by it.
If the psychic's right, then it could be my fault. I could be responsible for Malcolm's death.
You're not guilty, Josh. You're ill. Look, I found something. This is everything he had on him when he died, plus all the posts delivered after he left. You won't find any answers in there, or in the coroner's report. Malcolm committed suicide 6 weeks ago, Josh. That's your only answer.
If that's true, then why do all his cash withdrawals stop 6 weeks before that supposedly happened? Look!
It doesn't mean anything. Josh!
Hey, so where are we going?
I'm going to the coroner's. He was dead weeks before they said he killed himself. I'm going to prove it.
Naturists. They walk around the house naked. They barely even waited until I'd got into the door before they stripped off and put on their guest slippers and just got on with it.
No way. I've been round their house and...
I don't know. Maybe they're different with boys. But haven't you always noticed that the heating's always turned up really high? I mean, I'm not painting it out to be anything. I think people should have hobbies. My manifesto encourages it, in fact. But a father and a daughter, I mean, come on.
Naked.
What took you so long? What took you all night?
Frankie, what are you doing? It's so warm in here.
Oh, sorry, Dad. I nearly forgot.
Imagine what it would do to the reputation of the school if it got out that an elected school officer pranced around the house wearing nothing but a pair of pop socks. And her father, not a small man, subjecting her young, naive school friends to terrifying ordeals. Not even the dignity of wearing an apron while serving foods.
Do you know how many cases pass through my hands in a week, boy?
You'll have his files. Malcolm Burns.
If my file said he committed suicide 6 weeks ago, then that's exactly what happened. They're not going to have changed since I last touched them.
You say he died then, but he stopped drawing money out then. What did he live on for 6 weeks before he supposedly killed himself? It doesn't make sense.
Well, it wouldn't, Mr. Alexander, because you base your facts on wild conjecture, and I found mine on a lengthy examination of the corpse. Now, which do you think is more reliable?
I'm only trying to find out the truth. Re-examine the files, at least.
At most, I will not call security on you for inviting yourself into my place of work. Young hooligans do not dictate what I do or don't with my files. Now, come back when you have a degree.
I will come back, Doctor, with more proof, and then you're going to have to believe me.
Right. I think Frankie's hiding in a room making policies. But don't take it personally. I know she's acting a bit odd at the moment. You are welcome here, you know. You can always talk to me.
I'm sure it'll all be fine after the elections.
Yeah, of course. But remember, you make yourself at home here, okay?
Okay, thanks.
That was so sweet. And you repay him by telling people that he and Frankie walk around the house naked. How do you live with yourself?
Hello, Radcliffe's house? No, they're not. Will's girlfriend? No, I'm a friend of Frankie's. Can I ask who's calling? Oh, Mrs. Radcliffe. Well, shall I take your number and, I'll tell them that you called? Yep. Okay. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Did I hear the phone?
I don't think so.
It's better that I stay on it. It's safer.
It's nothing to do with them. They're making him better. Aren't they, Josh?
I need to find out. What are you doing?
I was looking for cups. We seem to have a shortage downstairs, and I thought I'd try in here. Sorry.
I didn't think the argument was that bad. You're not moving out, are you?
No, I've just... I'm sorry for having a go at you. I'm just jealous that you don't want to take chances I'd kill for.
Yeah, but you do understand, though, don't you, about the kids and that?
But why can't you play football and look after the kids? I mean, football's only on a Saturday.
Yeah, and training, and the away games.
And girls, and nightclubs, and limos, and tabloid scandals. He'd just get carried away.
Nah, she's right. Besides, none of these chances to come up anyway.
No. Would you take on? I mean, what, even if it was a local club?
I'm a full-time parent now, mate. Come on. School.
Two packed lunches. Probably not up to your usual standard.
I really wouldn't know. Do you ever speak to Mrs. Radcliffe on the phone or anything like that?
Not really. Frankie tries to get to Vienna every year, but we're not in regular contact.
Yeah, I miss my mum. She hardly ever calls.
Don't listen, it's a trick.
But Frankie, that's enough. Okay, it's a nice girl. She may have problems showing it now, but at least she's trying. Which is more than can be said for you.
Still playing Cadfile, the investigative monk?
Look, there's still money in his wallet. He wasn't even mugged.
Where did he get money from if he stopped making withdrawals 6 weeks before he jumped? And how can I find out when the last time he used this was?
You know, a dynamic justice-seeking superhero like yourself needs a sidekick. What about the technically gifted nerd wonder, Tom Brake?
Are you okay, Fiona?
She's fine. And very impressive with talk in hand. Perhaps we could have a one-to-one later on to discuss how your technique might be adapted for a greater role.
I know he's part of your campaign team and everything, but it just seems to me that you two are more than good friends.
Tom?
Yeah. Have you ever, I don't know, asked him out or anything?
You seen the opinion poll? Your popularity's right up. You two are neck and neck. Must be some of the people imagining what you're wearing at home.
I'm so proud of you. You know, never mind that you're a straight-A student. I'm just glad that you've grown up with such a healthy attitude towards your own body.
I know. Some people around here are so repressed, but thanks to you, not me.
Well, why don't you make a start on that, and I'll make a start on the upholstery.
I'm doing better because people like nice people. So we don't mention the naked thing, okay? It's sleazy and those just aren't my politics anymore.
Yeah, but I bet she's naked under all those clothes.
What do you mean, a mobile home show, Mike?
Right, you lot, settle down. Caravans, yeah, caravans. Look, you just make sure you're home on time, all right? Yeah. See you later, love. Bye.
Caravans?
Yeah, I'm going to surprise her. I'm going to woo her with the boring expectations and then hit her with a bit of opera. Romantic meal for two. Anyway, thanks for the vid, sis. And I'll see you later, Steph.
Enjoy. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. I am not going to tell you anything about Josh's condition because it would be a breach of medical ethics.
Well, at least tell me what happens when he has these blackouts.
I don't know. Neither does he. They're blackouts. He loses his memory.
Where do you think you've been this morning, Doyle?
Library. Well, actually, I've been training with Arsenal.
I thought it was your friend who's the footballer.
Oh, he is, but well, maybe some of it's rubbed off. Anyway, besides, it's genetics, isn't it? And I was named after Dennis Bergkamp. You see, Arsenal gave Sam this trial, but he didn't want to go, so I went for him.
Was that a good idea?
Oh, you should have seen me. I was on fire. I mean, they said they'd never seen anything like it at his level. Where'd you get this monkey from?
Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
Put him up front before he does any more damage. They had me all over the pitch until they found my natural position, centre forward. So there I was, ghosting past defenders, turning them inside and out. Oh, I've seen Milk turn faster. Bring him off before he crocks someone else, will ya? They even took me off early, so I could milk the crowd. Yeah, only went for a laugh, but I think I did all right.
Oh, that's cool. Girls like to go out with footballers.
You reckon?
Yeah. So, why don't we say tonight at 7:30?
Well, I must say I'm impressed with what I've seen so far. You've really turned your weaknesses around.
Oh, I'm always nice, truly. It's not a challenge at all.
And I'm glad to see there's been no sign of your other bad habit. I have your records. A most unfortunate way to lose out on a similar such promotion the last time around. Just one little incident involving alcohol.
I don't touch the stuff.
Not anymore.
That's your chance, Aunt Fiona. Time to play dirty.
But water damage is really tricky. I don't think we'll be able to save the phone.
Oh, I don't care about the phone. I just want the information.
Alright, well, if this does work, we'll be able to use your phone to access the information on his SIM card.
Does it work?
Well, yeah, it's on. I've got his numbers. He didn't have any friends, did he?
Can you tell who you called and when?
Josh Mobb. You. You were the last person he called.
I don't remember. What about the last person to call him?
You just got to do, like, last received number. There you go.
Who is it?
It doesn't say, you'll have to call it.
Hello?
Jane. You're still alive?
Josh?
It was my dad's phone. Where did you get the number from?
Your dad?
Yeah. So it's got something to do with the phone you and Tom
What would your
were-
dad have had to talk to Malcolm about?
You think my dad's got something to do with Malcolm's death, don't you? You have never believed it's suicide. You think it's got something to do with Jane as well.
Fiona.
Hi, Jeremy.
What you do?
Oh, just sharing the desk.
You know, you want to be careful around that adjudicator.
Emma? Oh, no, she's fine. She's lovely. In fact, she encourages me to do, well, whatever it takes to get the job.
But how far are you willing to go?
Well, you know, we could really do with the extra money at home. And to be honest, I just thought it might be a bit more challenging for me. More so than caravans, anyway.
What's wrong with caravans? That's my new hobby.
Well, then you can go with Mike to this show he wants to take me to tonight. It's not exactly my thing. You ought to be more careful, Doyle. Protect those assets.
You know about the Arsenal thing? Sam didn't want to do it in the first place. And I played really well anyway, and you're not going to tell him, are you?
No. I've always thought it a little unfair you're in the shadow of Sam's soccer prowess.
Really?
You have just athletic a build. A footballing brain, I'm sure. So I think Sam is only too aware of the potential you have in your feet, which is why he has never encouraged you to follow his path, for fear you might overtake him.
Hello?
Mrs. Radcliffe? Hi, I spoke to you yesterday. I'm a friend of Frankie's, Kate.
Frankie and Will's still not around?
No. Well, I think they were a little bit shy. Because they haven't spoken to you for a while, well, especially because they miss you.
They miss me?
Well, I think so. I mean, if I hadn't spoken to my mum for a while, I think I just would, wouldn't I?
So you've told her you're taking her caravan shopping?
Oh, yeah. But really, she's getting the full whack romantic treatment. It's a surprise. What do you think? Oh, she must have forgotten her key. Yeah. Take that. Get yourself something nice with Frankie, all right? Or on your own, whatever. But look, when you come back, you knock on the door, all right? You let her in, but only when I say, okay? So where are these mobile homes, then? Mike. Jeremy.
It's out of our hands. It's nothing to do with us.
It is when Alex was the last person Malcolm spoke to. Other than maybe me. I had a blackout that night, Steph. I don't know if I spoke to him. What he called for, if he wanted help, or if I was just there. I've had a feeling ever since he was gone, and I know that he didn't kill himself. So, whatever happened either had something to do with me or Alex Wells.
Neither you nor Alex Wells had anything to do with Malcolm's death, let alone Jane.
Oh, why won't you even try to believe me? You don't know what happened either, one way or the other. You weren't there, were you?
Josh, is this a blackout? Josh, are you alright?
You know, I don't want this job as some sort of power trip. I feel a responsibility to the kids. To be honest, to protect them from someone with Rachel's record. I think she may have had a drink problem in the past, and sharing an office with her, I think it might be reoccurring.
I'll look into it. We don't want to make the same mistake we made with Mr. Goodham and the dinner ladies. I have to be alert to these kinds of idiosyncrasies in the candidates. I know you're not comfortable with this tough edge, Fiona, but it's doing your career prospects no harm whatsoever. The question is, however, are you willing to follow it through?
Oh, absolutely. Hard work, dedication, extra hours.
Anything to substitute what you're not getting from Mike, eh?
Would you be willing to perhaps kiss the person who could give you this job?
Why are you wearing a suit, Dennis? A bit late for an interview, isn't it? Have we been on a special date, have we?
Holly liked it.
Holly? Oh. Look, I'm sorry about, all the arguments we've been having. To be quite honest, I think you've been right all along. You know about the football. Not that I want everything that comes along with it, but if I could get on the local side and get paid for it, I mean, it could just be like a job, and I could still look after Lucy and Ben and everything.
Well, maybe. But if I hear anything about it, I'll let you know. Night.
Josh, are you alright? I swapped your pills for placebos. I didn't mean to hurt you. Is this a blackout?
Do you remember the first time we met?
When I took the job?
No. Before that, I'd forgotten, but now I remember. I know, Steph. I know you were there that night when Jane disappeared. I saw her with someone, a figure. You. Were you that figure? Did you take Jane?
I was there, Josh.
Why?
To stop something bad from happening again.
Oh no, don't be nervous. Well, Will loves you and Frankie needs you, and what's a short trip from Vienna, compared to a lifetime of happiness? Yeah, I know, I can't wait to see their faces when you turn up. Okay, yep, I'll see you then. Okay, bye.
What time did you get in last night?
Oh, I'm not sure. Emma and I got chatting. Well, I know that you and Jeremy have a lot in common, so I thought I'd leave you to your own devices. As Emma says, we've all got to unlock our inner natures.
Is that what you were doing with Emma?
Oh, I meant you and Jeremy.
Oh, please. Not more doom and gloom. There's no wonder we're all depressed. I'll leave you to me.
Okay. How long have you known? You know, about the gay thing.
Oh, the gay thing. Well, to be honest, I did have my suspicions from the start.
But you never said anything. I'm so sorry. I know I've let you all down.
What do you mean? If anyone's to blame, it's me. I suppose I did lead her on a bit. Did Jeremy tell you about Emma?
Emma?
Yeah. Who were you talking about?
I had the weirdest dream.
About what?
I don't know.
But I do remember talking about Alex Wells and Malcolm and Jane.
Josh, you've got to forget about all this. I'm not going to accuse an innocent man. There's a logical explanation. You just have to accept it.
What if I don't believe it either?
I can't believe you're losing, Frankie. After everyone found out about your nakedity.
I'm sorry, but people wearing clothes around the house, that's just way too creepy for me.
Hello. Doing it the way nature intended? You and your dad not wearing anything at home? Kept that one a secret.
This was your pleasant little surprise, was it? No.
Even I was going to vote for you, Frankie.
This is all your fault. You said we were close, and now look what you've done. Tom, I think we should have a word.
What did you do to Jane?
What are you talking about? You're insane. Tell her.
You were the last person to phone Malcolm, Dad.
Tell her, how could you believe all this? I didn't think you'd stoop so low. Well, it's got nothing to do with me. All right.
The truth, Dad.
What's wrong, my little Pele?
All this stuff about me being good at football, it's all rubbish. I'm hopeless, and now I've ruined Sam's chances.
My dear boy, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Try and look on the bright side. Not only have you made a mess of Sam's life, but you've ensured he'll never make money, and therefore never win custody of my children. Oh, that's what I call a perfectly glorious result. A veritable hat trick.
I gave Malcolm the number because I wanted him to warn me whenever Della went near the halfway house. Because I didn't want to hang around people like you. Do you know my daughter? If you see her, I'd appreciate if you gave me a call. I'd rather she stayed away from Josh.
I can't believe you were spying on me, Dad. How could you?
I can't believe you're dredging this stuff up again now. Look, everyone knows Malcolm committed suicide.
I didn't ask you why you gave him the number. I asked you why you phoned him.
You've got to let it go. Tell him, Della.
I don't believe you, Dad.
Della, please. You see, this is why. This is why I didn't want you near him. Getting you involved in this madness. You've got to trust me.
Malcolm didn't commit suicide, and neither did Jane. We're going to find out what happened, really.
Well, just tell me exactly what you know. I don't know anything, I swear.
Yeah, well, it's not me. I had nothing to do with it.
Is this true, Kate? You told the entire school that my daughter and I run around the house together naked, all in an effort to get you voted school officer instead of Frankie.
I was misquoted, misrepresented.
I can't believe you. I opened up to you.
I can't believe you used all those ridiculous sob stories to make us like you.
I'm sorry, but it wasn't all lies.
Ah, save it for your soapbox.
Now, I'm going to take Frankie out for a coffee after school, and which will give you enough time to go home and clear out all your stuff.
It's been a very interesting few days for me, and I've been very impressed with some of the changes I've seen, even in that short time. Fiona, I found your hidden strengths fascinating. Rachel, your sensitivity to the problems of the modern student has also been commendable. But I'm afraid I am unable to recommend either of you for this job.
Why ever not?
I think you know why. It was that final third you just couldn't manage, wasn't it? And I could hardly recommend a recovering alcoholic who's fallen off the wagon for this job, could I, Rachel? This was in your desk.
But I've never seen that before.
I'll leave you ladies to it. It's been educational.
I need your help.
Oh, don't tell me she's still haunting you too.
This is it. This is it.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Oi, weren't you at the trials? What's your name?
No, it's been a mistake.
Yeah, I can understand you, mate, being a bit disappointed, son, but there's nothing else to say. Some people make it, some don't.
But Sam Armstrong, he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, but not by yesterday's show, he ain't.
No, I'm Sam Armstrong. This is my friend. He's a bit different.
11,764,500 blades of glass.
See, he gets confused sometimes. Look, how many studs on a football pitch in a season?
11,909 studs. 11,909 one season. One.
See, he's going to feel bad if he realises he's ruined my chance, so why don't I show you what the real Sam Armstrong can do?
All right. I can see he's a bit of a slow case. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you on at half-time. Go and warm up. Cheers. Go on.
There's something I haven't told you. I know that Malcolm committed suicide.
How?
Do you remember that day you came to my room and I'd locked you out? And you all thought it's because I had a man in there. Well, I did. It was Malcolm. It was after he'd left, after all the phone calls had stopped and the money and everything. He came to see me and he told me he had feelings for me.
Holly?
Well, nothing happened. It was in a bad way. He said he wanted to start a new life, change his name and everything. I don't know, maybe that explains the bank stuff.
Don't believe you.
He was depressed, Josh. He said he wanted me to commit suicide with him, like a pact or something. He didn't come to you because he knew you were ill. Sorry, Josh. Seems it's exactly how the police said it was.
I suppose this is all you're doing, Sue. Top of the master plan of the final humiliation. Well, go on then. Go on as much as you like. It's all you're good at.
This has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, right. And you really are poor little abandoned dolphin girl. who Mummy and Daddy don't really care about.
Listen to me. I'm fed up of being nice to you. I tried, I really did, but this time you've gone too far with your whining and your accusations.
Don't, Kate. Tell her about her mum.
Oh, yeah. No wonder why your mother left. Who could stand to be in the same house as you, let alone love you?
Before you say another vicious word, take this key, get your stuff, get out of my house.
I thought I was doing the right thing to get the job. I know I was wrong. I'm sorry. I so needed it.
You wanted it so much you were prepared to stoop to a despicable act of betrayal. The only reason I didn't, because I didn't think I would need to as far as you were concerned.
I'm not like you.
Really?
What? A bitter, lonely, unfulfilled man-child spinster? Can't be that bad, can it?
No. I just thought that if I got the job, everything else would fall into place.
And has it?
You do need looking after. There's no point in pretending otherwise, I know that. And when I get my job, the halfway house will seem like a proper home, like other people's. And you can always come here.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Jo.
Oh, yeah. We spoke on the phone.
Well, have you told them, or is it going to be a surprise?
You could say that. The only reason why I invited you here was to get a good look at the competition. Although it doesn't seem like I have much to worry about, really, does it?
What?
I'm Will's new girlfriend. I'm moving in. And I don't want you sticking around, seeing as I am expecting. I won't bother taking a message, as they didn't really seem to care the last time you phoned. Sorry.
I'm here about a boy. He came to see you the other day about Malcolm Burns. A suicide.
My report has been delivered to the police, and the case has since been closed. Any suspicions held by scruffy young lads have no bearing on the decisions I make.
And there was nothing in his suspicions?
No. And I will not be re-examining my files on anyone's whim. Not even yours.
That's fine. Because if there were something in whatever it is Josh had to say, it could always be disproved by the fact that he's under medication at the moment.
I suspected as much. The poor boy did seem rather deluded.
I appreciate your sympathy. He won't be bothering you again. I'll make sure of that.
Malcolm's dead. And whoever killed him, they must have killed Jane too. I know, Steph. I know you were there that night when Jane disappeared.
Stay with us here on Carlton Movie Night. Has a chat with Nicole Kidman coming up in just a minute.